Jai Hind everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the next set of idioms given in Comprehensive English by S.P. Bakshi. So let's get started. Until the last video, we have covered till M letter. Now we'll start with N. Another, the first one is null and void. So what does null and void mean? Something that is very ineffective. What is fall ineffective means? Fall flat. Fall flat means no influence or no effect. That is the meaning of fall flat. So null and void means ineffective. Next one, next to nothing. Next to nothing means almost nothing. Next to nothing means almost nothing. The third one is neck and crop. Neck and crop means completely. The dacoits finished him off neck and crop beyond recognition. So neck and crop means completely. Fourth one is no love lost. So no love lost means you have so much hatred for a person that there is no love that is lost on him. So that is the meaning of no love lost. It means intense dislike or intense hatred. So that is the meaning of no love lost. The fifth one is nip in the bud. Nip in the bud means to destroy in the very beginning. Nip in the bud means to destroy anything in the very beginning so that it doesn't become it doesn't give a negative effect late in the later part of the time. That is the meaning of nip in the bud means to destroy it in the very beginning. The next one is not worth one's salt. Not worth one's salt means who doesn't deserve something. That is the meaning of not worth one's salt means not deserving. So these are the N letter idioms given in the book. Now we'll move to O letter idioms. Under O letter, the first one is offhand. Offhand means without preparation or delay. Offhand means without preparation or delay. The next one, over head and ears. Over head and ears means excessively. Head and heels. There is something called head and heels. What is the meaning of this idiom? Please comment in the comment section if you know it. And over head and ears means excessively. Next, out of the question, something that is unlikely. So it's like you're talking about something, the topic is something and the discussion is going on something. So his success, that it is not unlikely to come up to a conclusion. So there is no guarantee for that. That is the meaning of out of the question. Out of the question means unlikely or uncertain. His success is out of the question because he is not working hard these days. So here there is no surety. That is the meaning of out of the question. The next one is out of the woods. Out of the woods means out of danger. Out of the woods means out of danger. The next one, order of the day. Order of the day means that is in fashion. What are the synonyms for fashion? Vogue, kiki, trending or fad. These are all the synonyms for fashion. So order of the day means in fashion. The next one is on the score of. On the score of means on the grounds of, basis, a basis on which something is being implemented. That is the meaning of on the score of. That means on the grounds of. The next one, on that score. On that score means because of that or because of that reason. So on that score means for the reason. Next one, over and above. Over and above means moreover or beside. So there is something, but along with that something else. Over and above means moreover or besides. The next one, out and out. Out and out means completely. And what is the other idiom we have studied under letter N? That is neck and crop. Neck and crop. It also has the same meaning, that is completely. And the next one is off and on. Off and on means occasionally, ever and anon. Ever and anon also occasionally. Off and on also occasionally. Next, one Achilles heel. One Achilles heel means a weak point. So although the person is very strong, there is some weak point that can cause him, that can give him defeat. So one Achilles heel means a weak point. The next one, off color. Off color means not in usual form. Off color means not in usual form. The next one, odds and ends. Next one, odds and ends means scattered things. Odds and ends means scattered things. The next is off the hook. Off the hook means out of trouble. Off the hook means out of trouble, whereas out of the woods means out of danger. Out of the hook means out of trouble. The next one, oily tongue. So flattering words. So what are the synonyms of flattery? We have cajole and coax, blandishment, obsequiousness, wheedle, bootlicking, the adulation. These are all the synonyms of flattery. So oily tongue means flattering words. Next, on the horns of a dilemma. In a fix means in a confusion. So on the horns of dilemma means in a confusion. The next one, one's cup of tea. One's cup of tea means to one's liking. So playing badminton is my cup of tea means I like badminton. That is the meaning of one's cup of tea. It means to one's liking. The next one, out of sorts. Out of sorts means to be unwell. What does out of sorts means? To be unwell. The next one, on its last legs. On its last legs means something that is going to be destroyed. So something that is in the final phase of the destruction, or that is something about to collapse. That is the meaning of on its last legs. The next one, on the carpet. On the carpet means to be under consideration. To be under consideration is the meaning of on the carpet. So with this, we have covered 20 O letter idioms. Now let's move to P letter. The first under P letter is past master. Past master means an expert. Past master means who is an expert. And what are the synonyms of expert? Adroit. Adroit is there. Doyen is there. Maestro. Dexter. Sorry, here E must come. Dexterity and aficionado. These are all the synonyms of an expert. The next one, palmy days. Palmy days means affluent days. Affluence means something that is very wealthy or richness. So palmy days means affluent days or prosperous. That is the meaning of palmy days. Whereas something, there is another idiom called grease the palm. What does it mean? It means to bribe. Grease the palm. It means to bribe. Whereas palmy days means prosperous or affluent days. The next one, part and parcel. Part and parcel means something that is inseparable. You cannot separate it or you cannot divide it. That is the meaning of part and parcel. The next one, pass the buck. Pass the buck means to blame each other. Pass the buck means to blame each other. Political parties pass the buck on to one another for failure on economic front. So pass the buck means to blame each other. The next one, pay off old scores. Pay off old scores means to take revenge. Pay off old scores means to take revenge. Next, pay through one's nose. What does pay through one's nose means? To pay dearly means something you're paying a heavy amount. A hapless customer has to pay through his nose when there is shortage of goods in the market. So pay through one's nose means to pay dearly. The next one, pay lip service. Pay lip service means it's like insincere in the relationship or friendship. It's like you're just saying that you will support, but not sincerely. It's just for this saying you're saying that you will be supporting the person, but in reality, it's not going to happen. That is the meaning of pay lip service. The next one, pay one back in the same coin. Pay one back in the same coin. So you have suffered in a way and you want to take revenge in the same way. That is like tit for tat. So pay one back in the same coin means tit for tat. The next one, pin money. Pin money means allowance given to housewife for personal use. Pin money means allowance given to housewife for personal use. Frugal means someone who is thrifty. economical, miserly. So who doesn't spend money? That is the meaning of frugal. So frugal, economical, miserly, these are the synonyms of frugal. The next one is pell-mell. Pell-mell means great confusion. And what are the other idioms you have studied till now? On the horns of in a fix, in a dilemma, lost clouds. These are all the synonyms of confusion. That is, one of them is pell-mell. Next, play fast and lose. Pay fast and lose means repeatedly change one's attitude. Pay fast and lose means repeatedly change one's attitude. Next, play second fiddle too. Play second fiddle means you are never in a position that you will be the lead. So you are always being a supportive character or subordinate part. That is the meaning of play second fiddle too. That means to play a subordinate part. No, you're not being the main character, but just like a side character or supporting character. That is the meaning of play second fiddle too. Next, play truant. Play truant means to be absent from duty without permission. Play truant means to be absent from duty without permission. What is the other idiom for this? French leave. French leave also mean the same, that is being absent without permission. The next one, play to the gallery. So it's like you are behaving in a way so that you can impress people. So that is the meaning of play to the gallery means to gain cheap popularity. Play to the gallery means to gain cheap popularity. The next one, play ducks and drakes. Play ducks and drakes. It means to spend without recklessly, to spend money recklessly or to squander money that uselessly. That is the meaning of play ducks and drakes. Next, play foul. Play foul means to do something wrong. Play foul means to do something wrong. The next one is plow the sands. So what can you grow something in a sandy area? Even if you plow it, you cannot. So plow the sand means something the work you are doing, but there is no result for it. That is the meaning futile labor. Futile means something doesn't have no result. Futile. So plow the sands means futile labor. And the next one, pour oil on troubled waters. Pour oil to the troubled waters means to pacify the matters. Pour oil on troubled waters means to pacify the matters. Next, pull a long face. Pull a long face means to look sad. Pull a long face means to look sad. The next, pull one's socks up. Pull one's socks up. It means to work hard. So, if you want to go out, why do we go out? To work and earn the money. And how do we go? We'll prepare ourselves, we'll get ready by wearing socks and shoes, then we'll go to work. So pull one's socks up means work hard. The next one, pull strings. Pull strings means to exercise influence secretly. So it's like influencing, but that is very secretive. So that is the meaning of pull strings. That is to exercise influence secretly. Next, his put heads together. Put heads together means consult seriously. Put heads together means consult seriously. Next, put a spoke in a wheel. So what happens if you when a person is riding his cycle and if you poke a stick into the wheel, he'll fall. So put a spoke in the wheel means to obstruct, to stop, or to be a barrier. That is the hinder, impede. These are all the synonyms for obstruction. So put a spoke in a wheel means to obstruct. Next, put the cart before the horse means doing something other than the first thing that you have to do. So to do wrong thing first. Put the cart before the horse means to do wrong thing first. That is the meaning of put the cart before the horse. Next, pros and cons. Pros and cons means something that has both. Pros means advantages, whereas cons means disadvantages. So pros and cons means for and against a thing. Next, Pyrrhic victory. Pyrrhic victory means victory at a high cost. So you have won something, but there is a heavy loss at your side also. So that is the meaning of Pyrrhic victory, that is victory at a high cost. Greek victory over Trojans proved to be a Pyrrhic victory. The next one, pick holes. Pick holes means to find fault with. Pick holes means to find fault with. He is always picking holes in every project. That means he is always finding faults in every project. That is the meaning of pick holes. So with this, we have covered P letter idioms also. Now let's move to the last letter in this video, that is Q. Q, under Q, the first one is queerfish. Queerfish means strange person. Queerfish means strange person. And then last one is quixotic project, foolishly ideal. Quixotic means something that is imaginary, chimerical, utopian. That is the meaning of quixotic, idealistic. Quixotic project means foolishly ideal. Being not worldly wise, he wasted his money in quixotic projects. So that is the meaning of quixotic project, that is foolishly ideal. So with this, we have completed the N letter, O, P, Q letter idioms in the Comprehensive English by S.P. Bakshi, which is also an Arhan publication. So with this, I'm concluding this video, and in the next class, we'll cover the next set of idioms. Until then, thank you and Jai Hind.